Day 17 of the Radio Free Skaro Fluid Links Advent Calendar. And the question today from Dan at Loccarb. I don't know how to... L-L-O-C-C-O-R-B. I'm sure that spells something, and in my head... Oh, it's broccoli. It's broccoli backwards. That's what it's.
I was going to say it sounds Welsh.
It's broccoli. No, it's not. It's broccoli backwards.
Is it Welsh broccoli?
Is there such a thing?
All of Welsh is broccoli backwards.
I think, yeah, probably. Anyway, but eat broccoli. It's good for you. Anyway, here's the question. If you could attend a concert where the musical ensemble or ensembles, orchestra, chamber ensemble, etc. Ensemble. If they performed music from Doctor Who, which musical scores from which one or two episodes or stories would you most like to see? He also asks, have you seen any Doctor Who music performed? And I think I can certainly say yes. I don't know about you other two.
It's not like we ever made it to the BBC proms or anything.
No, I watched Dominic Lynn at Chicago TARDIS one year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Then
Galley.
yes, I have.
He was at Galley, so I guess we have played it.
I was hoping the question was going to take a different direction and ask who he wanted, who we would want to perform the music, because I was all ready to say John Williams and the Boston Pops.
Do it. You can do it. You can augment it. Why not? You know, you can name the ensemble the Boston Pops.
But as far as scores go, okay, I'm gonna jump in first because music has the least resonance, no pun intended, with me of all three of us.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go back to my top choice because it was the first, not the only, but the very first soundtrack CD that I actually bought. Because I remember in the 80s taking like Doctor Who sound effects records and whatever out of the library. But the first one I ever actually bought on CD in the 90s was Mark Ayer's soundtrack for Fenric.
Oh, yeah. I have that one. I have that exact CD.
That one,
yep.
That one stands out far and away the most in my mind. So if I'm going to pick one, it's going to be Mark Ayer's Fenric soundtrack for sure.
That would be fascinating to have a digitally composed and recorded, as that was, score, but played with actual instruments. We got a tiny piece of that, an 8-minute piece of that at the 50th anniversary concert in Royal Albert Hall when they had that little snippet.
Is it the little smidging or smattering of classic stuff?
So good. It was so awesome to hear a full orchestra play music like that. From I know that Fenric made it in there, of course, as did Dudley Simpson's bit from City of Death, and I think Logopoulos was in there as well. Like it was just like such a different thing to be able to see and hear.
And if we have to pick two, my second choice is Doctor Who and the Silurians.
With the saxophone quartet and nothing but.
And the crumhorn.
And the crumhorn, of course. Yeah.
The Sea Devils by Kraftwerk.
Sea Devils are just just some avant-garde musician, just like a theremin and some crazy, old school Moog synthesizers, and
just give Malcolm Clark 10 hits of acid and to see what he comes up with.
Yeah. Wow. Sea Devils then, Warren. That's your pick. You'd want to see
No, that's not my choice.
Okay.
You go first and I'll do my choices afterwards.
Oh, okay. Building up to it. Well, anything from Peter Howell, I would love to see. Just Peter Howell. None of the other radiophonic workshop. Leave the stage. I don't care what you have to say, Roger Lynn. Paddy Kinkland, take a seat. That's a lie, of course. I'd love to see them all live.
What about Kieran Pepper?
I would love to see.
You're a drummer.
I would love
He's
to
a drummer.
see the radiophonic workshop play, but I think it would be neat to see the Leisure Hive just as a complete digital, complete 1980, because that score is so 1980 that I love it. But let's face it, I would. Oh God, can you imagine a Heaven Sent?
You stole my thunder.
I knew it. Heaven Sent with just Heaven Sent, just the episode of Heaven Sent. Basically, you'd play the episode, and then you just have the orchestra playing along. But why would you choose Heaven Sent, Warren?
Because I think, here's what I choose. I would choose Heaven Sent, and I would choose the 11th Hour and a medley of the two, because I think those are the two finest examples of Murray Gold's work. I think all the stuff that he redid for, he's did a bunch of great stuff for Tennant's run. Yeah. But 11th Hour, all that stuff carries on through all of Smith's run, and all of it is stellar. It's all amazing stuff. Mm-hmm. And then Heaven Sent is just, again, it's the entire thing is such a an amazing collection of music that fits everything so perfectly. That those two together, right? Like, and I'd love to have Sig and Akinola come in and do a couple, like a sort of guest medley, just for the hell of it, because he's done some good stuff too.
Yeah.
But those two, like sort of a mix of those two together, I don't know how he'd pull it off, but he's the musician, I'm not, and the arranger. But that is what I want to hear. I mean, that's basically my playlist anyway. So
I love your choice of the 11th Hour.
Yeah.
Like the first time you hear "I Am the Doctor," it's like, oh,
what a theme.
not just I Am the Doctor, Amy and the TARDIS, like where he runs up to the TARDIS and goes, "What have you got for me now?" All that is so perfect.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's very good. Look at this, see, Chris, music. I will defend you from your own put down of this, and I think as gradually as Doctor Who has come along, certainly in the modern series, Chris, I think you and music have connected more than you think. I think.
Yeah, but it's it's still not anywhere near as much as others.
Yeah, well, at least you're getting there. I mean, it's fun. It's important. Music is good. Music is important. So yeah, I would love to see.
I mean, the first the first Doctor Who soundtrack albums I bought for the new stuff were series 11 series 11 and 12.
Yeah.
That's so. I mean, I'm digging the Akinola stuff, that's for sure. But it also fits a lot better into what I would normally listen to versus what Murray Gold did.
Yeah,
so.
I think no disrespect to Sega Akinola, but like some of his stuff was like more mood stuff, and I feel like his stuff would almost do well as a pre-concert or like intermission, like just sort of like. Well, ambient kind of like music sort of like filtering in there, I think would be kind of
And
cool.
the other thing, and this is no slag on Sega Akinola, but the general trend is towards more moody stuff. Like Hans Zimmer has had an outsized... The guy's a good composer, great composer actually, but everybody just apes everything he does. So there's a lot of soup, even with like Danny Elfman did the music for Justice League, which is not a good movie. But even Danny Elfman, who has made iconic soundtracks for superhero movies, his stuff sounds like mud now because that's what the people want for some reason. And what Murray Gold did is not that. He did like Michael, I can never say his name right, Giacchino, loves melody, and that's why John Carter, which is an underrated movie by the way, has a phenomenal soundtrack because of Michael Giacchino. The Star Trek movies, which are not good, have great soundtracks because of Michael Giacchino. And I like that Murray Gold did the same thing. There, you can instantly recognize this stuff.
Damn it! I watched Backdraft to listen to Hans Zimmer's music.
Hans Zimmer's good. Don't get me wrong.
So
no one should ever really watch Backdraft though.